Welcome to True Heel Heat, the place where we use insider terms because we think we know what the fuck we're talking about, even though we don't. My name's Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and I'm better than you, and you know it.
Oh my god.
It is me, your True Heel Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for True Heel Heat. For True Heel Heat presents our AEW Dynamite review, known as AEWramble. This is AEWramble number 12. Yee ha ha ha. You can thank Marcus Cash for that. And speaking of Marcus Cash, we have the Dynamite duo is back together. The guys on the couch that don't like wrestling. First up, he is the hot take machine, Aleister Black's lead rival, Marcus Cash.
Finally got my Redeem These Nuts t-shirt. Shout out to Pro Wrestling Tees 2 months later. That's hilarious.
It only took that long. And of course, we have the man of 41,000 subscribers, the man you go for your TV and movie reviews and reactions. He is Jimmy Macram.
Hello, everybody except Louis Dangor. Who's next?
Hey, he's our friend. Come on.
Everybody except SP3's friend, Louis Dangor. Who's next?
It's Louis Dangor.
Louis. Everybody except someone spells her name wrong and is SP3's friend.
We're off to a great start, ladies and gentlemen. And just in case you didn't like that intro that we did, not the new intro that was very well done, music by our very own Stat King, video done by Chris G. If you didn't like MJF introducing us, here's...
Hey everybody, it's Tony Siobhani of All Elite Wrestling, and this is True Heel Heat. And I said it right, you motherfuckers.
Tony's awesome. That was fantastic. Where were you guys at? Just one service?
That is courtesy of our one and only our OG producer, Baby Seth, who was doing work at Comic-Con this week. You know, the AEW guys were at Comic-Con, so we got them to be a part of the movement to help out the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, and you know we had to play those specific AEW ones right there. And yes, you always know you could come here on True Heel Heat to hear some cursing. We got CM saying hearing him curse greater than everything. We got Ninja Mortis, who is I saw him over in the live chat over on Fightful saying SP3 ESP3 SP3. I love it. And of course, Semfa Hook, the Hooker Nation is in the house. He also says Skiavone, and we got Bill's Mafia STFs saying haha nugget shots. Love it. Yes. Louis Dangor, also known as Nugget on the Wrestle Talk community over there. But yes, we are here.
Nuggets?
Yes.
Didn't Owen have a whole gimmick about not being a nugget? Nugget's not a good thing, right? Even Denver is not a good nugget.
Hey, well, to each his own. But we are here to talk about AEW Dynamite for October 6, 2021, the AEW second anniversary show. We're also here to talk about AEW Rampage for October 8th, 2021. So we want to hear from you guys in the live chat. Give us your thoughts on both shows. And yeah, we'll go with a quick review of Rampage. We'll give you your...
No, we want to hear what you guys think.
Well, that too. We want to hear your thoughts in the live chat, so leave your thoughts on the show in the live chat. Super chat donations are always appreciated. It helps out the channel a lot, and it makes sure that we highlight your take, your question, or your opinion on Dynamite and Rampage this week. And of course, we're going to hear from the fellas, but remember to throw a thumbs up on this video, share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you are new to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified. Anyone who is just joining me and our boy Steven Jensen over on Fightful talking about GCW Fight Club. I hope that you hit that subscribe button and become a part of the True Heel Heat movement. A lot of big videos over the last couple of weeks. We had our Dutch Mantel episode of True Heel Heat, our most viewed episode for True Heel Heat so far. Over 1,500 views for that one. Hopefully you check out True Heel Heat 146 with Kenny Bolin, talking a lot about Kenny Bolin with Tessa Blanchard and racism in wrestling. So we went in depth about his career and all of the latest wrestling news. So check those out for sure. And of course, join us here on AEWramble, where I think we're making this a Sunday thing for the next couple of weeks because Dynamite's on Saturday next week, fellas. Did you know that or hear of that?
Yes, they beat that into our heads on fucking Rampage by saying it's on the 16th. Why not say Saturday, stupid?
Yeah, that's the reason too. That's 100% the reason.
Exactly. No other reason. I want to say congratulations for Marcus Cash for the not reason that we're doing it on Sundays. But the real reason is because Dynamite is on Saturday. So now we can review Rampage and Dynamite. So look at that, ladies and gentlemen, all for your viewing pleasure. Because
you watched it along with the other people, right? You don't see Rampage.
Yeah, you kind of need the recap because some of y'all don't watch it. So, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about the second anniversary show for AEW Dynamite Rampage from this week. So first up, as usual, we'll start with Dynamite, but I want to hear from you guys. Marcus Cash, one word to describe Dynamite second anniversary.
Anniversarial? I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
Anniversario?
I don't know. Wait, is this between Wednesday and Friday? Is this the one where Miro and Tanny? That was the Rampage?
No, it was last week.
My days are blending.
Clearly.
I don't know.
Anniversarial.
We're gonna remember
Anniversario is that's a new one, ladies and gentlemen. We've never heard that before. Jimmy, what about you? Commemorative. That's better. That's a little bit better. Jimmy?
Duh would be my one-word response for that night. Duh. Well, you can go otherwise about the main event. Duh.
Well,
I like to change my word to boo. I like to change my word to boo.
Obviously.
Well, yee ha ha was a better word for that. But yes, we're gonna start off from Dynamite on October 6, 2021, the second anniversary show from the Lacotis Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And we started off hot. We had entrances on YouTube because they couldn't even find room for that on the actual show because we went straight to the ring for an 8-man tag team match as it was Bryan Danielson, Christian Cage, and Jurassic Express against the Super Elite. This one was a massive opener. This has been built up since the ending of All Out 2021, and they paid all of this off. It was a lot of action from the very beginning. We had Christian Cage get taken out very early in the match with the Indie Taker on the outside, so it became a 4-on-3 affair. But this was really on the babyface side, the Jungle Boy show, because he was in this match for like 60% of the time. He went crazy on the Elite at certain points, hitting a lot of high spots. Bryan Danielson got a tag, and he went toe-to-toe with Kenny Omega, which got a huge reaction from the Philadelphia crowd off the heels of Grand Slam. Great reaction for that. The pop was nuts. Luchasaurus got a spotlight in this one, going crazy on the heels, and we finally heard that Luchasaurus chant. It made me remember that he was quite over when we had crowds before the pandemic as well. Jungle Boy, they had a few spots that were a little bit mistimed. Jungle Boy with a Rana over the top ropes onto Nick Jackson, where he barely caught him. He almost fell down right on his head. We also had a 4-way power bomb on Luchasaurus by the Super Elite, which looked pretty rough, but I love the Super Elite just just acting like they did it anyway and just going into the heat. Bryan Danielson fought off all the heels, but then they all hit a 4-way super kick on him. And then they centered Jungle Boy. They gave Jungle Boy a couple of big moves, a Snapdragon suplex, a Panama Sunrise, and then finally a 4-way BTE trigger to get the victory. 18 minutes, a great way to start the show despite all the rough looking spot. What did you think about the opener to the show here, Jimmy?
That was a splendid 8-man tag match. The botch powerbomb was probably the only real negative for me because it looked awful.
Yes.
You play the other ones off, but Super League can't trick me, especially now with that great thespian of an actor, Matt Jackson.
Hey, the best actor, ladies and
There's
gentlemen.
only 2 people worth the shit in this group. And Nick Jackson.
Will you stop with your Adam Cole hate? Stop it. Stop it.
I don't hate Adam Cole.
He had the best spot in this match with his fake dive. And then
I think I think that was splendid. I like Triple A. I like Average Ass Adam. I do like Average Ass Adam.
That's a new one. I like that. I actually like that. I'm not gonna front. That was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty good.
I thought they did a good job making Jungle Boy look like a workhorse. First of all, he's 20, whatever the fuck he is. He should be. He's flying all over the place, getting his ass beat, popping back up. Luchasaurus came in, kind of like a change of pace. Essentially, he was the high spot in this match. Ironically, he was very involved. And Dragon looked like baddest motherfucker in the world. He was consistently knocking out 4 people at a time.
I think it's just, not to interrupt you, but I just think it's crazy that this guy was in WWE for so long and they always build him as this underdog. And in a month in AEW, all they've built him as is the baddest motherfucker on the planet. And that works so much better than what the WWE did.
I can't buy him as underdog. I still think he's built like a little tank. Very Benoit-esque. Hopefully it ends up better than that. Though it might not. He keeps doing his fucking tap ahead. Like, what the fuck?
I agree.
Pull Super League and pretend like that didn't even happen. It was a great match. What do you got?
What about you, Cash?
What city was this in?
Philly.
This was Philly, and we had a Luchasaurus chant. I'm so disappointed.
Why? Now you hate him too?
Why you hate him? I thought it was only Malachi. What's going on?
I don't hate Luchasaurus. However, I don't think he's worthy of a chant.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Anyway, just to get the gimmick out the way. Way to bury 8 people, not giving anybody an entrance.
How are you burying anybody? Will you stop? Will you stop?
We're not having to televise, big pop for Brian. Honestly, maybe no, because you want the Young Bucks. I need Kenny Omega coming out.
If you did everybody except Bryan Danielson, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, but let Bryan Danielson come out and have his.
Or have L8 come out. Still be fine.
I thought because on the YouTube they kind of did it in a way where it looked like they were going to do that. They were going to just give Danielson the entrance, but I mean,
you don't rub anybody the wrong way. You don't want to bury the champ, but you don't know. It's fine. All 8 guys in the ring, they're all big enough where it's not going to hurt them.
Exactly.
Anyway, match itself, the powerbomb spot's awful, but it was a really good match for 8 guys. I like the fact that, especially because we made reference now to these pillars, right? You got Jungle Boy in there, and he's going to work the majority of the match. Brian looked like, the Incredible Hulk. Didn't he even vegan up, like, during the match? Right?
Vegan up. I love that. That's actually really good.
Right, yeah. He veganed up. I loved all of this, and there's 0 complaints. Like, you can spin this, give me a 6-man tag, give me a tag match, give me whatever, give me a gauntlets. Just keep running this a bunch of different ways for a little while, not too long. But yeah, I'm here for it.
You want to do Matt Hardy versus Orange Cassidy again?
Yeah, no. People that matter.
You want to do Cage versus Starks again?
No. Well,
I do not.
Yeah, no, not really.
We'll get to that on Rampage there. A couple of comments that we have here in the live chat. Bill's Mafia saying riveting analysis. I think that was to what was your word again, Marcus Catch? Anniversarial? Adversarial?
I wanted to go adversarial and controversial and anniversary. And words are hard, man.
Oh, we got Fat Laces P Cola saying that BTE super trigger. Wow, it was over 9,000. Marjo showing me some love. It's it's SP3. Frantic World likes the 8-man tag team matchup. Bill's Mafia saying Brian and AEW just being a killer is phenomenal. Much prefer this over Forever Underdog. Daniel Bryan, absolutely agree with that.
Would you buy him as a killer if he's fighting Roman Reigns who towers over?
Yeah, that's the issue over there. Everybody's a lot taller than him.
But still, Omega is taller than him. They still made him look like a beast in there, and that's what I prefer. I honestly prefer that. And he was in there on a team with Luchasaurus, and he looked like the beast and the killer of the team. So it can be done. It can be done. Fat Laces Picola says, "Oh my God, Pac versus Danielson. We need this. What's the one match you want to see from Danielson?" After all of this, because it's quite interesting. You know, we'll talk about the main event later on in the show, but it seems like we're not going to get Omega versus Danielson at Full Gear, but they have announced that there is going to be, huh?
I should have put Negro down as I didn't.
Don't worry, when we get there, I got all the memes ready for you. But we are gonna get a world title eliminator tournament with the finals taking place at Full Gear. I would say that Danielson is the perfect guy to be in the finals of that, based on his time limit draw with Kenny Omega. He would seem like the best guy to verse the winner of whoever wins the main event of Full Gear. But who would you want to see against Danielson in that finals if he does make it there? Cash?
First off, Pac is a great mention. But since I don't want to double down, how about Ray Phoenix?
I like that. I like that a lot. What about you, Jimmy?
I want it to be risky.
I don't have Dragon in the finals, making the finals, but if he were to, Adam Cole would be fantastic, because you would have your eyes opened to what great looks like and to what average looks like. And then it would be fantastic. I'm here for it.
I don't appreciate that.
Would you stop with your what is with this Adam Cole hate? I know you call him Adam
Cole. He's just, you guys told me he was great. I showed up, he's been average. What are we doing here?
How has he been average? He had a great match last week with Jungle Boy.
With who?
With Jungle Boy.
I didn't think of the great match I had 20 years ago with Shawn Michaels. I know, I'm amazing. What more can I do?
You're comparing Jungle Boy to Shawn Michaels.
I'm not Adam Cole either. My point is, it was a good match because Jungle Boy is really good. Adam Cole's fine. Not fine enough to get rid of it.
Can we get a super chat for some love for ABC, Adam Baker Cole down here?
What? A super chat? I didn't see a super chat.
Somebody donate $1 and show some love to Adam Baker Cole.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Show some love. Show them that you appreciate what Adam Cole does. But yeah, the Super Elite, they looked good here as a team outside of the little bot spot. And I agree. The super BTE trigger was phenomenal on Jungle Boy. After this match, we had Jon Moxley hyping up the main event of the evening. He said he used to do crazy stuff like tonight's ladder match because he's wrestled in stuff like that in Philly before, and he has an insane baby at home. And he's here for all the shits. And if you saw GCW last night, he definitely showed that against Nick Gage as well. But what did you think about this short little promo here from Moxley?
I love Moxley, and I like this promo. Not his best, but to be fair, there's so many contenders for the best promo.
Yes.
I will say, I don't want to shit on Tony Khan this early, since he's been on a nice little streak here recently. But wouldn't it have been nice to hear from all the competitors about this fucking big-ass main event?
Yeah.
If we're going to hear from one, I'm glad it's Moxley.
Cash.
He's going to be crazy. Jon Moxley, and I'm here for it because now he has a reason to be insane. He's not just some guy who just walks in and he's a little bit nuttier than his two friends. No, he's transitioning into becoming crazy because he's going to be sleep deprived from his family, right? And his wife
pretty much
make him get up and take turns, right? Like she feels like she wouldn't take any shit. So he's going to be further sleep deprived, and then he's going to go do stupid things like GCW fighting Nick Gage. Yeah, like I can see his downward spiral.
And he's been screwed over here. He's got more guys coming in taking his spot.
Yeah, guys from
Yep.
Japan, they're just ducking him and sending other
They can go.
guys.
I couldn't hear him losing his fucking mind of all this shit. Having a mental breakdown. Like, what the fuck?
I just really like where they're going with Moxley right now. It just seems like he is just a bitter dad, a bitter new dad. That's his new variant that we're seeing right now.
He's gonna be a badass Al Bundy.
We need to take it one step further. I don't know how soon or rather late, but he needs to start wrestling in all white, not Nikes, but like what's the dad shoe?
New Balance.
The New Balances, the all white New Balances.
I would love that. I would actually love that, and that's it would go nicely with his cool little vest that he seems to not take off during his matches now.
His Bubba Ray Moxley haircut, like I'm here for it.
Next, we had CM Punk come out to say some words. Not his first appearance, but this was the best picture I could get. CM Punk on Dynamite made his comments on basically being still happy. We are here for the 15th. We hear from CM Punk's segment in AEW since his debut. He spoke about living in Philadelphia back in ROH when he was in a training school and then would still wrestle. And he wasn't sure if the fans there would rather him give them cheesesteaks or see him wrestle. And they wanted to see him wrestle, so he made a challenge to Daniel Garcia for Friday on Rampage. And he also gave his Jordans to the Orange Cassidy kid at ringside. So what did you think about CM Punk's promo here? Still the happy-go-lucky, happy to be here Punk. Jimmy, you made a face, so I'll go to you first.
I'm still here, barely. I'm still barely here for happy CM Punk. We have reached the precipice of me not being here. Only basically because he's starting to show cracks in his fucking everyman horseshit. Hey, I know you guys got cheesecake here, right? Philly cheesecake. Wait, huh? The cheesecakes or cheese? You know what? Here, I have $5 Jordans. Enough of this everyman, whatever. Just be who you are, which is a fucking weirdo, bitter, best in the world. So and so. I'll give you another week. But before Full Gear, I want this done. Where we're now, him and Moxley can have a rage off. Just go ahead and do it.
That needs to be the feud. I'm with you there. Cash, what did you think about the promo for Punk?
First of all, I want that so badly. Yeah, I like the happy Punk. I've never loved. I always like angry, bitter, Rage Against the Machine, CM Punk. I don't understand because I saw the clip on YouTube where he went and bought these 2 pairs of Jordans, his first 2 pairs of Jordans he's ever owned, and he was just like disgusted at how outrageously expensive that they were. And he wore them, I'm assuming once ever, and then he doesn't give it to the CM Punk lookalike kid. He gives it to the Orange Cassidy kid. You know, are we gonna get CM Punk versus Orange Cassidy? So I'm not here for this.
I'm with it.
There's no need for this. Everybody knows I hate kids on wrestling television.
I mean, when he snaps,
right?
Orange Cassidy's mocking his profession that he loves so much.
I'd be here for that too. Oh my god.
I love where y'all go into your booking tangents where y'all just start booking shit that has nothing to do with anything, but I love it so much.
We can finally peel back the orange and get to the inner seeds of what makes this character tick. I'm here for it.
You had to ruin it, didn't you? You just had to.
Always. But yeah, I guess what I like best, because first off, he's a master class of a promo, right? He fucks up, he does the cheesecake thing, but he recovers, and he's got this wish list, and we're going down the wish list. It's like, all right, well, now Daniel Garcia is next up on the list. I never expected Danny Garcia to be on a CM Punk wish list, but hey.
CM Punk didn't expect Danny Garcia to be on a CM Punk wish list until fucking 3 weeks ago, whatever the fuck.
Hey, he found out about Red Death and he was like, I want to check it out. And you know what? Thank you, sirs.
There you go. We got a couple of comments here that we can get to. Bill's Mafia predicting Cole versus Bryan in the finals. I actually agree with Jimmy there that that was who I said should, if you're going to do a finals to a world title eliminator, go with the guy that closed out the last pay-per-view. That would be a great secondary match behind what I think the main event is going to be. Fats Laces P. Cola says, now you're speaking my language. Allmatic says Ray Phoenix is probably in a tag title match at Full Gear. Marcus Cash just wanted to be different, so I will give you.
I wasn't speaking about the tournament. You said who?
Yeah, that's just who you wanted first. Yeah,
that's just who I want to face it. I didn't say in the tournament. I love Cole versus Bryan in the final of the tournament, especially if Cole's going to win, because we can transition into Cole and the Bucks kicking out Kenny Omega.
It might not be too off there. Ninja Mortis saying, didn't Cole pin Danielson on SmackDown? Yeah, the SmackDown when the WWE roster was stuck in Saudi Arabia. Yes, that was when Adam Cole was NXT champion and NXT invaded the main roster. You said something about Saudi Arabia?
They'll bring that up. Cole pinning Danielson. They're going to bring that up.
Yeah,
I'm here for that.
They
Nobody saw it. It happened.
They tend to acknowledge stuff like that. That is true.
You weren't here.
We got a question, I guess, for Jimmy. Is this guy implying Jungle Boy carried Adam Cole or something?
This guy implied that Adam Cole is average, Jungle Boy is good, yet they had a good match. You can make of that what you like, sir.
That was very aggressive. I love it. Frantic World says, I want to see Dante Martin versus Bryan Danielson. Yes. Ninja Mortis wants Danielson versus Angelico, but not Jobber Angelico, the real one.
I want two matches. I want one versus Jobber Angelico also, just where he's just dancing and shit in the middle of the ring during the match.
Dragon just kicks his face.
And he kicks him and he just goes, and then he kicks him with the other leg and he just starts doing this. I'm here for it. As long as he's nowhere near Jack Evans.
Bills Mafia SDF saying Mox did that promo basically calling out Punk and Hangman without saying their names. Mox is at least heading towards a tweener row. I do see that, and that's why I said we kind of got these guys bring up the Punk match, but we kind of got a tease of that other match later on in the show. Almatic is mad at me for not mentioning that it's Air Monarchs. My apologies. I'm not that big of a sneakerhead. I got kids. I worry about their sneakers and putting food on their table.
Nobody keeps track of the numbers.
Well, fucking black nerds do.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, fair enough. Beat Boop saying Jimmy and Marcus remind me of Stalin and Waldorf from the Muppets.
Is that the two with the mustache?
No, that's the two old guys in the theater that criticize everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. Everything's great. It's fantastic. It's the best wrestling show I've ever seen. I'm only 21 years old, but it's the best wrestling thing of recent history. Idiot.
Oh man, I love it. That was a great one in my opinion. Ninja Mortis saying that Rampage match fucking banged. And since it was the opener of Rampage, that seems like a good enough time to bring it up so we can get through that part of Rampage. The Punk promo led to CM Punk versus Daniel Garcia with 2.0 in their corner. They started off it with Mark Henry doing his picture-in-picture interview with both guys, which I thought this was one of the better ones because 2.0 were great coming off. I think we all agree 2.0 make the perfect jobbers that not worth the damn, but think they're worth the damn. They think they're a lot better than they really are, and it just comes off awesome. And CM Punk popped me so big when he called them the Nasty Boys' little brothers. Oh my God, I haven't laughed that hard off of a CM Punk promo in quite some time. What did you think about the opening promo there, guys?
I love 2.0. You know this, and I'm here for them whenever they get time. And to me, Mark Henry, what the fuck did Mark Henry say? He said something mad old blackie. It was hilarious. Oh yeah, he was
old blackie. I'm done.
You attacked him in Chicago? Why?
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Feels me sounding ass thing I've ever heard. I was here for.
Cash? Like, why? Why would you do that? Cash?
He got kicked out of school for selling drugs.
Why? Just to touch on Mark Henry, pause. I think we should do more of that. He was doing just like the main events But if it's a big enough match, hell, shit, every match. I enjoy those backstage, him bouncing from one competitor to another. I like those.
Yeah.
So I do more of that. The match itself really good. I cringed a couple times. Spike Piledriver immediately comes to my mind.
Well, that was the finish at least. At least they saved the power driver for the finish, and I thought it was a good technical wrestling match. Both guys went at it very hard, and Daniel Garcia is honestly one of the best technical wrestlers in the world. At only 23 years old, he just knows how to tie a knot of someone. They worked over the knee of CM Punk 2.0, running his knee into the ring post, and then in the end, though, Punk made his comeback. He ran Garcia into both members of 2.0. He hit that spike power driver and then the Anaconda Vice for the submission victory. I thought that this was honestly CM Punk really getting into form. I thought that this was probably better than the Darby Allin match and the Powerhouse Hobbs match.
This
felt like CM Punk was finally the Punk of old because he was hitting things very smooth. His selling was impeccable. His poise seemed there, and Daniel Garcia made for a great opponent. So what did you guys think about the match on Rampage?
Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself. But yeah, the spike power driver, made me cringe. A couple cringy spots, but very well done. He hit his spots. I agree. I think it's the best Punk match in AEW. They were Punk selling fantastically. Daniel Garcia has a focus because a lot of people just start hitting your knee and start working an elbow and just focus. And then I like that he busted out the submission move to win the match for the first time against the submission guy. I think
yes,
it's a very detail that should be noted. So I really love that. Only downside of this match whatsoever are the tights are back. I thought we burned those.
I like that he's switching it up. You got to switch it up sometimes. Go back and forth if you have to.
Colors then. Keep your trunks in a whole bunch of different colors. You're fighting Red Death. Maybe you have a red variant. I don't know, but get rid of the tights.
You don't like the long boys. You're a member of CM Trunks.
on CM Punk specifically, not a fan of the long boys.
What about you, Jimmy? What did you think about this match?
I had the same thoughts you guys had. It was the best CM Punk match he's had in AEW. It just is what it is. So I don't want to just give him all the credit. Daniel Garcia was fantastic. His facial expressions are a lot better than I thought they were. Mainly because I'm usually distracted by 2.0 being ridiculous. But Daniel Garcia's face, he looks focused. He looks shocked. He looks hilarious. I love the work. The boy of a thousand holds. I'll be calling him from now on.
The boy of a thousand holds.
The boy.
He's taking note from 2.0 with the overselling. I'm here for it.
Yes, he did one move. Fuck, I called him Kurt Angle because he took a move and then he flopped to the campus. It wasn't quite Ric Flair, but it was Kurt Angle-esque. I was like, this kid is going to be fantastic, and I think
he's gonna beat somebody.
CM Punk, much like Floyd Mayweather, he sees a guy who's gonna be really good when he's young, and then we'll do what I do here. Get this win now, so it looks better later.
That is true. We got Punk, Bill's Mafia SDF saying Punk made a big deal about those Jordans. Maybe it's Brian and Punk versus Young Bucks is happening at Full Gear. Maybe that's.
I don't hate that idea because Dummy Khan has a habit of having tournaments end up in a feud we already knew was going to happen. Like we did.
That is true.
Cody versus Archer. You might get fucking Cody versus Malachi or some other shit. It's fucking Full Gear match.
I didn't think about that. You might be right.
It's gonna be the fucking Orange Cassidy and Matt Hardy at the Full Gear finals.
Picola saying hipster Punk would be a good gimmick. We also got Ninja Board is saying the elite buying Jordans is a tax evasion. They have no style.
That's hilarious.
Bill's Mafia saying that Orange Cassidy kid is in AEW's biggest YouTube video. Great note there. We got EBB joining us, one of our favorites, saying, "Hey guys, what's up? What's up, EBB?" We got the Negro Buck Nick Jackson saying, "What's up, guys?"
What's going on here?
CP time, but Nick Jackson made up for it with the super chat donation here. He says if he really wants to go to be old Punk, he needs to bring back the basketball shorts.
He's terrible hair. Jesus.
We want the popular CM Punk, not the indie cult CM Punk.
Indie cult. Amazing.
Indie cult CM Punk. I love it. We also got Bill's Mafia saying I popped for the Pepsi twist. Yes, it was very crisp on that Pepsi twist. And then he says Punk's best match. He agrees with us, in my opinion. So all good stuff. I thought that this was one of the stronger Rampage matches that we've seen, and we've seen a couple of really good ones with Nick Jackson versus Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage, Pac versus Andrade, but this stands up there in the top 5 already. Within like 2 months of this show, we've already had all those really good to great matches. Next on Dynamite, following the Punk promo, we had the one, the only, your favorite and my favorite, the man that you want to be in your car if you're about to get jacked. Glock Anderson. Glock and Arn Anderson was burning something in Cody's backyard. Cody wondered what he was doing, and Arn scolded him about how reality shows and suits mean nothing if you're a loser. He also made a note about painting a star on his face, making the Stardust reference, and then he slapped Cody and made Cody give him his tie to throw into the barrel, the fire barrel. What did you think about Glock Anderson punking out Cody once again this week in his own backyard? Jimmy?
This feels like more. I believe the report that the EVPs haven't given up all their power, because this felt very Cody.
Yeah.
Produced, like cinematic, quite frankly. It didn't bother me because Arn Anderson I find hilarious. So it is what it is. But I can already tell I don't like it. I don't like what
it doesn't seem like last week with a couple of things they were doing like before the match and stuff. It seemed like we were going to get a Cody heel turn, but this here kind of feels like we're just going to see like a tougher Cody more than a heel Cody.
We're going to get a Rocky version of Cody now. He's serious now.
Yeah, boo indeed. Cash, what did you think about this Cody segment?
Piggybacking off that, not only a tougher Cody, but he's gonna make Arn proud, Cody. Yep. First off, overproduced as all hell, and it's sad where Arn Anderson is struggling to save something, because this was atrocious to me.
Jesus.
All right. First off, this man breaks into your house, right? Into your backyard at least. I'm assuming he had to go through your house. I'm assuming your backyard fence isn't low enough that this 80-year-old man can hop over it. So I'm assuming he had to go through your house to get to your backyard. And then he started a fire, and he's burning some of your shit that I'm assuming was probably inside of your house. And you heard between you and your wife and your screaming kid and your dog, you heard none of this happening, right?
Maybe they couldn't hear it over the screaming kid.
Maybe they just heard the Glock being shot off, and they just like put the earmuffs in and stuff. I don't know.
The dog doesn't smell the fire. Also, if something's happening, if anything in life is ever happening, you're gonna tell me Brandy Rose is gonna run out to immediately get herself involved into anything
That's actually a good one. That was actually really good.
That took a while. That was a good one.
Just burning shit. And then Cody goes, Arn? What are you doing? He's clearly burning some shit. Right? and then finally we get to the point where Arn just trying so hard to save it. Give me your tie. Well, I really like my pink tie. Give me your tie. Well, I'll just throw it out myself because dramatics. Yuck. Cody, go away. Take Marco Stunt with you. Take Orange Cassidy with you. Take.
Oh God, will you stop? Why did you have to add stuff that didn't need to be here?
Because I want them all to go away. They can all go do the game show on TBS and anything else, and roads to cancellation. You can go do all of that. Just get away from the squared circle and anything involving it for a while.
Jesus Christ. You just had to shift that way overboard.
Save up his energy for that.
To emphasize, go away.
Oh my God. Let me get to a couple of these comments here. We got CM saying Cody has always been the heel. We got Bill's Mafia saying Arson Anderson. Nick Jackson saying armed Anderson. Nick Jackson with a good question. How long till Punk whips out the Pepsi plunge? I think we're gonna get that sooner rather than later. I don't know I thought it would be against Darby because Darby would want to take that move, but I was surprised by that. But maybe in the rematch with Darby because they did leave a little bit of room to go back to that feud there.
Punk has enough physical health himself to pull the move off. But if anything, it'd have to be somebody flippy enough, right? Wouldn't it have to be like
I got Omega.
Could be him. Yeah, could be him. He's like, I've seen you do this move. Let me do it. Ninja Mortis saying, so if Cody isn't going heel, who's the fourth horseman?
It's not happening.
Frantic World saying Arn Anderson promos have been really good and funny. I agree there. And Nick Jackson saying, despite how over Glock Anderson is, I agree with Cash about this segment. I know you enjoyed that validation.
That's the one I've been looking for. That's what he needs. He needs validation.
AEW TNT Championship matchup was next up on Dynamite as Bobby Fish walked through the forbidden door to challenge the new TNT champion, Sammy Guevara. Bobby Fish actually came out to his ROH Red Dragon theme, which popped me because I'm a big fan of that song. We had Sammy in an inset promo saying that he brought Fiego a new truck. And I thought that these guys worked really, really well with each other. It wasn't a great match. It was a good match, quality professional wrestling from both sides. Everything was pretty smooth. Bobby Fish with a Falcon Arrow off the top rope, highlighted by a sweep the leg kick on the apron to Sammy that Sammy bumped really hard for. Bobby got a couple of near falls with the exploder, but he missed a high kick and Sammy reversed it into the GTH to get the victory in less than 10 minutes to successfully defend the TNT Championship. Post-match, though, Dan Lambert, Scorpio Sky, and American Top Team surrounded the ring. Paige Van Sant threatened Sammy, only for the dudes to beat him up from behind. That she even took selfies on Sammy's body. Fiego came down, and he's a real one because he knew he was going to get jumped, but he still came out to help out his boy, but he got jumped. Chris Jericho and Jake Hager came out to finally make the save and run off American Top Team. The crowd sang Jericho's song, but Dan Lambert wanted none of that shit. And oh my God, did Philadelphia hate Dan Lambert because they booed him out the building. Basically, they made a challenge for Miami on Dynamite next Saturday, as it's going to be Junior Del Santos and Men of the Year against Jericho, Hager, and Sammy in a 6-man tag team matchup, which Jericho accepted for the Inner Circle. So, Jimmy, what did you think about the match between Fish and Sammy, and then the post match?
Match was fine. I think it was hurt by the kind of obviousness of it all. Nobody expected Bobby Fish to win. So, and to be fair, I'll be nice. I'm sure everybody loves him. He's an indie guy. Everybody loves Bobby Fish, and he's got a great name. So I'll be nice. The match was fine.
It is a great name. It is a great name.
So I'll say it was fine, and I'll move on with my life. You know who's not fine? Dan Lambert. He stinks. So he was over for all the wrong reasons. Ironically, this segment came off well to me though, because the crowd is just going nuts. They won't stop. They didn't take a breath. It just kept going. Jericho fucking, of course, you're gonna say your friend, you wait till your music plays. But it worked, and you needed it for the segment. You needed it for the segment because they would not shut the fuck up. Nope. For the segment. That's his Lambert's best segment since his first one in AEW, because Lord knows he stunk after
that. Cash, what did you think about this one?
I was down for everything you just talked about. This is a classic example of poor timing, if anything else. If this is a year ago, if this is a year and a half ago, Bobby Fish could be a really big deal in AEW. However, with everybody that they've signed and when he's coming in, plus his current age and just his status, he could be the star of the YouTube shows, maybe at best.
God damn.
I don't see him really making too much noise on the cable shows. More poor timings. He had a title match and title opportunity against Sammy Guevara, who should not have the TNT title at this very moment right now in the first goddamn place.
Oh boy, we didn't get this last week. So why do you think he shouldn't have been gotten the
Because
TNT
we are
champion?
to be wrecking fools for about a year with the belt. Anyway, Sammy's really good, like really, really good. Bobby Fish is really good as well. So the match it was serviceable, but then we shat on it with all the extracurriculars. We had Dan Lambert and all the not wrestler guys come out.
Don't jump off the bridge now. You like Dan Lambert
and
his fake Jim Cornette nonsense.
I do when he was speaking. When he's speaking, I like it, but we're compounding. We're shitting the bed, right? We have the match, and then immediately we're going into extracurriculars. And we have the jumping, and we have 18 people in the ring, and all that stuff. I don't really love the 18 people in the ring at once kind of deal. But you had the MMA guys come out, right? You had Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page.
Ethan wasn't there. That's why I did hate the segment.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I assumed Ethan.
Didn't even notice. See that? Yeah, the club.
So many people. You just kind of assume. And then Jericho comes out like, The only good thing that could come out of this are the TNT title defenses of Sandy successfully defending against Scorpio Sky before maybe dropping it to Ethan Page.
It seems like we are more heading toward a Scorpio and Sammy one-on-one match. We got Bill's. Yeah, we got Bill's Mafia in the live chat saying Fish sold Sammy's GTH really well. I do agree with you there. We also got Bill's Mafia saying Junior Del Santos in that 6-man next Rampage is hilarious. Definitely was not on my AEW Bingos card. Yeah, it's actually on Rampage, not Saturday Night Dynamite. What do you think about Junior Del Santos crossing over to AEW, Jimmy?
Well, I need you guys to tell me how well Cain Velasquez did.
He did well in AAA. He did not do well in WWE. That's for damn sure.
Junior Dos Santos was not as athletic as Cain Velasquez is, and it's not as talented as Cain Velasquez is. We'll do a notch below whatever Cain Velasquez did. Sorry. That they get AEW hater again because they signed the fucking knockoff version of Cain Velasquez? Watch fighting, you nerds.
Thank you. But
I'm not here for it. I don't.
Bobby Fish did well for himself, and he got a contract. As a result, he is now officially all elite.
And right there, baby.
And he will be versing Bryan Danielson on AEW Saturday Night Dynamite coming up next Saturday. So that should be a great match for sure. Next, we had a short little segment, which I got to go to Marcus Cash for because it's the Acclaimed who cut a promo in the back about Lucha Bros since they got a title shot due to being the number one contenders for the tag team titles on Rampage this past week. Any comments on the promo?
Overdue. They should have had their title shot against the Young Bucks, but Dummy Khan when he was suspended.
They did get a title shot against the Young Bucks.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I don't remember. My memory is bad.
Oh my god!
Such confidence, he said it.
They could have won the belts for the Young Bucks.
My god, that was great.
Overdue. I'm here for the Acclaim in the tag team title scene. I wouldn't put the belts on them just yet. I think that should still be FTR. But keeping them in that picture, just like that Dolph Ziggler role. Like they keep challenging for the belts, but they just never really win it. They're just kind of there when you need another opponent, so you just throw them in. I'm here for that. They're wonderful. Love them.
And that seems like a good enough time to talk about that tag team title match on Rampage. It was the Lucha Bros going up against the Acclaimed. I thought that this was a fun match. It was just all high spots. They focused on Pentagon after Phoenix did a suicide dive and got caught with the boombox by Anthony Bowens. They kept Pentagon in the ring for a while. He made a comeback and finally tagged out to Phoenix, and Phoenix was just his amazing stuff as always. Double cutter, spin kick where he looked like he was floating in the air, and then they finished off things with their assisted package power driver. All action, a sprint. If you ever seen a tag team sprint, this was it. And the Lucha Bros successfully defend the tag team titles. What did you think about this match on Rampage, Jimmy?
I like this match. Everything you said about it being essentially no filler, no frills nonsense, I was here for. And to me, this is what's best for the Lucha Bros. We have to establish, whether that be the tag team scene, they claimed, it's important to establish Lucha Bros are a couple notches, not just one notch, a couple notches better than the Acclaim. We can't squash them because we like the Acclaim, but
exactly,
the Lucha Brothers. So let's get this over with. I thought this was well done.
That's fair. Whoever the agent that put this match together, I don't know if that's Arn, I don't know if that's Malenko, I don't know who it is. Whoever it is should be the guy putting all these matches together, right? Because we get a lot of horseshit matches, but this was great. It was all spots. That suicide dive into the boombox was probably my favorite part of the whole match. That was wonderful. But yeah, everybody looked good, which is hard to do really outside of a singles match because usually somebody gets forgotten.
Yeah.
Or
suspended.
Hey, that I don't know.
And he's gonna come back and he's gonna fight the title and he's shut up. I don't even notice he was gone. Boom.
Even better, he got the special appearance. He got Lil Uzi Vert. However, and he got a rap. That rap was not bad. So I think we're getting him back.
Hey, we're getting back.
It's a rap.
We're getting back to some type of consistency with Max Caster. So that's
Grand Slam 2. Let's go.
That's always a good thing. We got Bill's Mafia also bringing up that Masvidal at ringside should be cool. Too bad he couldn't be in the 6-man. He's still an active fighter, so I understand that. Ninja Mortis saying dislike Bobby Fish and his weirdo Save the Children act.
What?
Wow.
What did I miss?
No, I don't know. I don't know what I missed.
You ever Save the Children?
First off, with that mustache, you should be nowhere near the kids.
Exactly. That's a weird mustache, I must say. We also got EBB saying, I want to thank Philadelphia for making it harder to hear Lambert. I don't remember what he said, thankfully. I don't think he's a good promo. He speaks, but he doesn't say anything. Fast rambling.
He reads and remembers a bunch of fucking cliches about wrestling fans. He then throws them into a randomizer, puts them all together, and just spits them out. It's the same nonsense. This is not a promo. Watch the Paul Heyman. That's a promo.
Bill's Mafia actually bringing up they main evented with the Young Bucks early this year. It was a good match too.
That was early this year, so that was forever ago.
It's still in the calendar year. Are you kidding me?
I don't remember all those months ago.
Ninja Mortis saying Penta 2 belts and Phoenix 2 belts, and Nick Jackson saying really fun match, this tag match. All of the guys look great. Phoenix is just too damn good. The guy is otherworldly. I totally agree with you there. And then we had the big announcement from Tony Khan via Tony Schiavone, which made Jimmy proud because Tony Khan's still not on your TV.
I'm impressed. Keep it up.
Tony Schiavone and Aubrey Edwards introduced the debut of the TBS Championship, which is a new women's title. It's going to be the second women's title for the promotion, and the tournament will be beginning soon. And they officially announced on TV that Dynamite will be moving to TBS starting on January 5th. What's your thoughts on the new belt, the look, and the introduction for it here? Cash?
The look is disgusting. It's an awful looking belt.
Can't go top shelf waffle.
It's awful.
Not when the NWA Women's Championship is this. I've got to bring it up for a few weeks. That is the worst looking championship in the history of professional wrestling. Therefore, if that belt is awful, there's no other awful belt. Every other belt is not awful.
Within the AEW spectrum, it's an awful looking title. The TBS logo is just rough looking in general.
It looks like hose.
Yeah, I'm just glad this is not a women's tag team title, which a lot of you dummies are clamoring for whatever reason, even though there's two maybe tag teams in the whole division.
There's a few.
No, there's like 2, and that's stretching it. But I'm glad it's at least not that. And you've got a reason to keep a belt on Britt Baker even longer because everybody else can go fight for that other belt. We'll touch on that, I'm sure, in a second. So that works. My confusion though goes into if Dynamite's moving to TBS and this is the TBS belt. I'm assuming this belt is on Dynamite, which means Britt Baker's on Rampage.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
A little confused, but everything else is fine. No Tony Khan, that's a plus. Aubrey's excited to be there. She's holding the belts. I don't remember. Who's it? Siobhani?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Siobhani who did the formal announcement for the belt.
Siobhani could be on TV for in-ring stuff all the time. That's fine. So yeah, everything else is cool.
I think we're on the same page here. I don't mind if this is a Dynamite specific championship, so to speak.
Yeah.
I would like if Tony Khan didn't pretend like this wasn't a secondary belt, like you said about the TNT championship. It is. It just is what it is. You can lie to me all you like.
I mean, the TNT championship with his thinking of it's not a secondary belt. It's been booked pretty well.
What?
It's
what? What?
Yes. This TNT championship.
Fuego del Sol twice.
You're the only one. You're the only one who's upset with this. Come on.
Did he also Did he also have some other bum he defended against?
Some other bum.
I remember somebody made this big post about he had 7 big opponents and 4 of them were scrubs.
So what? It's still defenses. Still counts as defenses.
Secondary title because there's not a third title to compete with.
Well, it's the open challenge. People can accept open challenges for the belt.
There should be limits. You have to not stink in order to qualify.
Not stink to Marcus Cash, you mean? Let's be specific here.
Period. If you're
no. Let's be specific. Let's be specific because not everybody feels the same way as you. If you stink to Marcus Cash, you should not be getting a shot at the TNT championship.
If you don't stink to anybody else, there's something wrong with anybody else. Fuego sucks. I'm sorry. This is facts. This is facts. It's not debatable. He sucks.
To each his own. Sir. Next on Dynamite after the TBS championship announcement, you had Jim Ross sat down with Darby Allin to talk about how MJF got to him last week. MJF, saying the words about his drunk uncle passing away in a car accident. Darby said that he paints half of his body because he was there when his drunk driving uncle died and he faced death that night, so he feels half dead, and so MJF won't be able to break him, and that led nicely into a one-on-one match between Darby Allin and Nick Comoroto. Nick Comoroto dominated most of this match, which was in commercial, and then as soon as we got back for commercial, stunner, coffin drop, Darby gets the win, and that the match was fine for what it was, but it was really about the promo beforehand. What did you think about Darby's sit down with Jim Ross, and then your thoughts on the match, Jimmy?
I thought JR was always the perfect guy for those things. He gives this gravitas to it, like he's Barbara Walters or some shit. I thought Darby was fine. Darby's never going to be the greatest talker in the world. Pose. It does. That was fine. The match. If you're gonna use somebody from fucking the Nightmare, what do they call it? The Factory. Then use Nick Comoroto, quite frankly. He's the biggest presence, he looks the best, he actually looks like a wrestler. So it's fine. You need to win. It's over.
Cash?
Yeah, the Factory should be the nickname for Nick Comoroto alone, and we kick the other one off.
Oh my god, his name is the Factory?
We kick the other 2 off of a ship in the middle of some ocean.
So these random deaths.
You really this is
Jesus.
Multiple times you've tried to kill people on the show already.
I want to ensure they don't come back.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Nick Comoroto is the Factory. I believe this is his first match on cable, at least since the Dustin horse shit with a bull rope or whatever that was. So welcome back, Nick Comoroto. They remembered you exist. But yeah, the promo itself, Darby, really good. Here for that. Darby obviously has to go over because he is the bigger star. It's not even close, unfortunately. Yeah, but good. Progress. More Darby promos. Let him get better at speaking. Build up his stock even more with wins. Feature Nick Comoroto at all. All W's.
And yeah, I know they did kind of mention it in the early stages of Dynamite, answering CM Chris saying, "Am I the only one who has heard the story about the paint on screen since the beginning?" Yeah, since like the original vignette that he did before his match with Cody back at Fyter Fest 2019, they also did mention it there. Beep Boop actually answering that, saying they talked about it around the time he faced Jericho. I believe it was the Cody match though. But yeah, Nick Jackson agrees with you. Nick Camarado is a star, but they don't treat him like one. No, they don't.
He should be. Also, can we correct the spelling? It's Comoroto.
I can't correct it. Only they can. After the match, QT Marshall hit Sting with a cutter, and because he's QT Marshall, I was so happy that Sting no-sold it, and the Icon got up and hit the Scorpion Death Drop to lay him out. Any problem with that?
Always. Oh, I hate the no sell. However, it's
QT. Come on.
It's passable when it's QT Marshall. If you're gonna make anybody look awful, at least it's QT Marshall. So I'll extend what's that, like a 1 week pass on the no sell to Sting.
I'm glad we're over QT Marshall. Apparently, I hope we're just done with them. I'm surprised we're done with Billy Gunn and them. We just had a fucking vignette with them a couple weeks ago. I ain't seen them since. I'm here for everybody using common sense now. By everybody, I mean Tony Khan, to decide these people are not worth my time.
Or they're so undefeated they can't find a valuable opponent to the Gun Club. The search is on.
There you go. Backstage, we got word from Dark Order after their reunion last week, discussing how they're back as a unit. Evil Uno said they could decide on who makes the decisions that led to another argument until Anna Jay shouted at them and calmed them all down. So Anna Jay for leader? Yes, no?
Excuse me? Excuse me? The fuck? This months ago. Enough of these losers.
Forever ago, until she runs off to Hollywood with Jackson Perry, she needs to be the star of the show in this darkocracy that they're going to do when they vote on everything. So I'm here for that. However, I'm a little mad at myself that I did not notice that we have 3 of the same guy in this group, and I just didn't notice. Stu Grayson, Johnny Silver.
Yeah, they all do look the same. That is true. I won't front. Sorry, I had to switch that back. But yes, I did notice that a long time ago, but I like the fact that they mentioned it here. It was a nice little bit there. Next, we had Tony Schiavone interviewing Dante Martin. Dante Martin getting a little camera time on this show, and some mic time. They talked about his little rise, and he says that he's proven that he can hang with anyone, bringing up Kenny Omega, and he's willing to fight anyone. The lights went out, and out came Malachi Black, saying that he spits the mist at Dante and laid him out with the black mass before accepting the challenge. And Malachi back with his great presentation here. But Cash, I know you have a problem with this, probably.
You would be incorrect, sir. Tommy is back, hopefully. I like, and I'm going to reference something you hate for whatever reason. It appears that this is the opposite of one of Tommy End's best lines of work, right? Where somebody's knocking on the door.
Where he was trapped in a fucking janitorial closet for 6 months. No one likes that. No one liked that. No, you're the only one that brings that up and says that this is better than this.
It's good. It is.
It's just not. Just not.
Nightmare family horseshit.
Can we stay focused there?
I am. Much better. Anyway, Dante Martin is knocking on the door for a challenge for anyone to answer. And who walks through the door? The House of Black accepts. Hopefully now we can get away from garbage opponents in 3 times as long matches that don't need to exist. And we can fight real opponents that actually matter, that actually have a future, that might be actually entertaining to watch. So I'm here for this. Regarding Dante Martin's promo, surprising, because I think we were trained at this point in 2021 to expect them to either be really good in the ring or be really good in a promo and not do both under very rare circumstances. And the fact that Dante Martin looks like he might actually be able to talk on top of all that superhero stuff that he could do, really great surprise, and I'm here for it.
We got EBB saying, I was surprised to hear Dante being so confident on the mic. Great mic skills already. The cadence and confidence, just great. So,
Listen, I agree with everything except one word there. Can we stop being Marcus Cash and reaching for top shelf? He's great on the mic. He's great on the mic already. Yeah, him and Ric Flair and The Rock are great on the mic already. What are we doing here? Jesus, relax.
You not smell what Dante's cooking?
and Nick Jackson saying, yes, Sid is right. That janitor closet gimmick was the drizzling shits.
Ugh,
Thank you.
First of all right.
Nick, you knew what you were talking about for most of the show, and then right now
I don't need the
all
specifics of the shits. This was fun. I like him showing up. I don't love the disappearing so much. I could have done without the lights going back off. Though, if this turns into a gimmick where the House of Black just kicks all the black people out of the ring, I'm here for it. The opposite of Cody. Cody heals racism. He's trying to segregate us again.
He's trying to bring more darkness by getting rid of it. EBB saying Cash like that room stuff in WWE more. Nah, turn his mic off.
Nightmare Factory. This was awful. This is shitting and vomiting at the same time that we watched for months.
Sir, you can say it as strongly as you like, but just saying. I'm gonna do these two segments in reverse because that's how it worked on Rampage. First, we had Ricky Starks in this promo, but I'll get to that. I want to bring up the ladies of the women's division talking about the TBS Championship tournament. They all cut quick promos. Thunder Rosa, Ruby Soho, Sky Blue, and Jade Cargill, which leads us into what went down on Rampage next, which was Jade Cargill versus Sky Blue. This was a quick squash victory for Jade Cargill, looking as impressive as she always does. The pump kick, reversing the bulldog into the jaded for the victory. After the match, she started beating down Sky Blue some more, and it was Thunder Rosa who came out with the same steel chair from last week that she got the Austin WrestleMania 17 treatment with, and to run off Jade Cargill to keep their feud going, which may be the finals of the TBS Championship tournament, maybe, who knows? But Jimmy, what was your thoughts on this match here?
Jay looks like $1 million, as she should. Sky Blue has the charisma of flypaper, and is still green in the ring. So you get squashed by Jade. I'm sorry. Though she appears to be quite over.
Yeah.
Because Philly's a bunch of creeps like myself.
Creeps. Creep, nigga.
She's 19?
Yeah.
Never mind. The creeps like Philly and Marcus Cash.
Yeah.
All right, don't say it like that. It's really gross. It's like disturbing me. Like, yeah. I love Thunder Rosa and Jay feuding because Thunder Rosa is splendid and Jay is a monster, so it just works. I'm here for it.
Cash.
Promo was really quick, kind of forced, right? Sky Blue clearly reading off something. That bitch show from Jade, that line, okay, all right. Thunder Rosa, she did her thing, but she's kind of like an all talk. She kind of reminds me of somebody else in the men's division where it's just a little bit too late. We kind of missed the boat a few times.
She does feel all talk, ain't gonna lie to you.
Right?
She always talks shit and then loses.
Yeah.
Hey, she got the win over Dr. Britt Baker.
Doesn't
That's never happened.
Doesn't count.
I don't know what you're speaking.
You're not La Mera if you.
I remember it. I remember it very well. You cannot fool me.
That is a vivid dream. But yeah, going to the match, obviously Jade should crush Sky Blue, and she does, because Jade is a star. She should be winning that belt. It should be that bitch show. I can already see the t-shirts printing. I suppose she beats Thunder Rosa in the final, but I would not be shocked if it's almost anybody else, like Tay Conti, for example. Yeah, here for it. Just give me. Is anything that keeps the belt on Britt Baker longer? Give me.
Yeah, I just feel like, Jade Cargill got to the number one spot and there's only one way up, and that's winning the title. But it's too soon for her to win the AEW Women's World Championship. So the TBS title just makes more sense to me.
And more importantly, it's too soon for Britt Baker to lose the AEW Women's title.
You're not back in. That Marco Stunt shit is
But Before the segment with the ladies on Dynamite, we had Ricky Starks cut a promo in the ring about wanting to fight Brian Cage, who was apparently not there. He even said he'd face him in a Philly street fight. That brought out Cage because he is here, but Starks escaped with Hook and Hobbs, and the feud needed an end, and we got it on Dynamite as it was Ricky Starks on Rampage, excuse me, in the main event. It was Ricky Starks going one-on-one with Brian Cage in the main event in a Philadelphia street fight, FTW title on the line. This was a brawl, a pretty good one. In fact, Brian Cage is not over as a babyface, though. It just seems like people are more interested into Ricky Starks, but he got busted open big time in this matchup, and it was none other, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm about to say. Powerhouse Hobbs interfered. You had Taz on commentary, but the X factor, the difference maker, was the one, the only Hook. Hook was the difference maker with the low blow, helping Ricky Starks hit the Rochambeau for the victory to retain the FTW championship. What did you think about the Philadelphia street fight, Jimmy?
I actually really liked this match. I would have really, really liked it 2 months ago, but I really like this match. Starks to me is a star, like a star. Unlike the Camarado, who we just don't star around the top shelf for everything now. But Ricky Starks is a big deal, and I gotta be honest, they gave me the thought that Cage might win this match several times. That's how you know it was well laid out, and it just worked. I'm here for it.
Cash?
Regarding Beat Boop, because people are stupid. But yeah, I really like the match as well. Also had very high concern that Brian Cage was going to win this belt back. But I mean, the absolute truth, Ricky Starks, fire promos. I want to see him just walking around the house, by the way, just all the time now.
That was a nice little promo that he had.
Just driving and that mirror, like I love that. But yeah, more of that. Really good match. I think the guy that laid out the other match, the Acclaimed and Ray Phoenix and Penta match, he probably laid out this match too. Really good stuff, solid stuff. Hook to save the day. Powerhouse Hobbs. Yeah, I loved it. I would have done more of these starting forever ago, and then maybe it can culminate. However, best part of this whole thing wasn't even on television. It was on Twitter, where I guess after the Wednesday thing, Brian Cage goes, "Well, where's the Philly street fight?" And then starts responding, "In Philly, you dumb bitch."
Yes, we got Nick Jackson in the in the comments saying that as well. Ricky Starks does own. Ricky Starks is just so much charismatic. They had a promo segment before that as well with Ricky Starks cutting a promo and just definitely more charismatic than Brian Cage.
My God, dude. You just see the first of all, I didn't even hear what Brian Cage said because I was busy watching Ricky make faces. Who is so
like he's JJ from Good Times.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we had to rewind that a few times just to catch Brian Cage at all, which is weird because Brian Cage is not more important than Ricky Starks, or Ricky Starks the second time, or Ricky Starks the third time, or Ricky Starks the fourth time. You have to catch him on like the fifth time to even care about what he's saying.
Unfortunately, it's a sad truth, but a truth nonetheless. Next up, we had a women's matchup. We had a presentation before the match because the 50th win trophy was out there, and it was Hikaru Shida trying to go for her 50th win against the woman of 1,000 holds, Serena Deeb, the Professor. And I thought that this was just professional wrestling at its finest. Serena Deeb being back in the ring is so great because she just makes it look so smooth, so natural in the ring. This was just a great wrestling with a simple story. Serena Deeb trying to get pinfalls, trying to prevent Shida from getting her big moves. She even threw down the chair for that chair spot that she usually does on the outside of the ring. She threw it back under the ring. Shida hit a running knee only for Deeb to roll outside to avoid getting pinned at one point as well. She chop blocked locked Sheeta back in and focused on the knee before winning out with the Serenity Lock in just over 10 minutes. And then after the match, Deeb nailed Sheeta with the 50th win trophy. I love how they seemingly telegraphed it to many people. I saw people tweeting out, "Oh my God, they're telling us to win. They're telling us that Sheeta's going to win," and then they turned it on his ass and had Deeb win. That was perfect in a way. But how did you like this match here, Cash?
For all the criticism I gave the whole Jungle Boy wins his 50th match thing, that I gave that because yuck, that was all disgusting. This was fantastic for all the obvious opposite reasons. Sheeta's gonna win her 50th match, even though she's won like the last 18 on YouTube or whatever it was. And then the fact that she doesn't win. She loses to Serena Deeb of all people. Serena Deeb has more than just a win. She's got like a little bit of a push because she's got an after match beat down and she looked solid and she's slamming her knee before she does the Serenity Lock, right? Like she looked like a badass that she is. I don't appreciate how they forgot that she was a heel. Like, oh, she's a meter streak or whatever they said. Like, no, she's been an asshole for a few months now. So I like that, but I like the fact that hopefully, and this is me grabbing the pen again, we're going to make this a gimmick where Sheeta continuously goes after her 50th win, probably after against Serena Deeb a few times, and she keeps falling up short, and so she has to unlock this inner darkness of hers or whatever, and Sheeta finally goes heel, so she can, unlock what's missing to get her 50th win.
I like it. That's not bad. It become Sheeta's obsessed with getting the 50th win, so she has to go to the heel ways to get it. Jimmy, what was your thoughts on the match?
As far as that heel thing goes, I gotta be honest. When she had a match with the Mime, I forget her name. She was a little
Mizunami.
Thank you. She was a little heelish in that match. I was like, I could almost buy this. I could see how that could work. That aside, wow, what?
Ninja.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! Why does Sid have all these people trolling about Hook? I mean, all these dummies really believe this nonsense.
Trolling? This is the honest to God truth. What are you talking about?
The complete opposite of fucking Mark Henry. You went, what? You went,
huh? What? Blasphemous. Go ahead.
Yeah, and you're right, Nick Jackson. Absolutely. Because while I let's go big with Goat because of her personality, Serena Deeb, she's just a great. I love Serena Deeb so much. You don't quite understand. I was so nervous that fucking Sheeta was gonna get to 50 win. Not because it was a 50, but because it was gonna be over Serena Deeb, who should be getting pushed beyond everybody not named Go Baker. Even if you told me she won the CBS belt over Jade, I'd be like, you know what, goddammit? That sounds right. It is the That Bitch show. It's the Serena show. I'm here for it. Now, she turning heel and all this stuff. I don't care about that because she got attacked afterwards, which was fantastic. Push Deeb to the top. Who's the top babyface on the roster?
Well, the women's roster, I would say either Ruby Soho or Thunder Rosa.
Boom. Matter of fact, Serena Deeb, by the way, feels like the complete antithesis of Ruby Soho. Just no hair, no frills, no glowing shit. There you go.
Bobby Bito saying I would like to see Serena Deeb versus Ruby Soho.
Let's go. I'm here for it.
We also got EBB saying this was great. Loved the shock in the crowd. Both women came out better than they went in. I agree with that. And looking forward to Sheeta only wanting to face Deeb for this 50th win.
Oh my God, let's go.
I dig that.
Even better for the heel turn because she just won't get it.
Brilliant.
I love that. Either way, I love it. Remember to give a thumbs up, guys. You can send a super chat donation. Helps out the channel a lot. Make sure we highlight your comment. Just a few segments between then this match and the main event. Outside, we had Darby Allin in the parking lot. He was informed that he would verse MJF next week on Dynamite, but the Pinnacle in mass for some reason jumped Darby Allin, took a sick bump on the F10 on some guardrails by Wardlow, and MJF with a mask on rode the skateboard over Darby and left him laying. What did you think about this little quick segment? Any quick comments on this one here, Cash?
Not for some reason. It's October. They're in the parking garage. They might be a little cold, so they put on their masks. They're being protective.
There you go. Face might get cold. There you go.
Plus, depending on your politics, wearing a mask right now is pretty important, right? So,
But it wasn't over their mouth. Their mouth was.
Listen,
but go ahead.
You can't win them all. So they're being protective. But Pinnacle, they remember they're a group, so that's a win. They're working together. It's not just 3 of the 5. Like, they all came together for a greater good, and that's beating down Darby Allin, who was all alone for some reason because Sting cares so much. And
he went home early. He was past his bedtime.
I understand. Yeah, it's been breakfast hours almost, right? But yeah, they caught him alone. They caught him slipping. They beat his ass. Best part, my last comment: MJF trying to ride a skateboard over from the limo to the beatdown area might have been the best part of all of that.
Jimmy,
this was fine. It worked. I don't know if you want me to complain about the consistency of heels here. Why doesn't everybody wear a mask? In fact, why do you need to wear a mask? Nobody gets in trouble for attacking babyfaces backstage. Didn't they just throw Darby down the fucking stairs a little while ago? Like, who cares?
I guess it was for MJF to have plausible deniability, because now his matchup with Darby Allin will not happen next week, as Darby was not medically cleared to perform. Next week on Dynamite, though, we are going to see Malachi Black versus Dante Martin. That's to follow up with the angle they did earlier in the show. We're also going to see Bobby Fish versus Bryan Danielson. The Lucha Bros will defend the AAA World Tag Team titles against a mass tag team chosen by Andrade, and we will see the brackets for the World Title Eliminator tournament that will have the finals at Full Gear. The last 2 segments before our main event, we had once again scamming Lio Rush. We heard from Lio, who said he likes Dante Martin and feels like he could be the guidance that Dante needs. I actually like that. I would love Lio Rush as the mouthpiece for Dante Martin or his brother. And then we also had Britt Baker being interviewed and put over the TBS title while saying the jealous girls in the back can fight amongst themselves over something else for once instead of obsessing over her. What did you guys think about these 2 segments with Lio and Britt Baker? Jimmy?
I love the Lio managing his brother. It feels like an easy heel turn thing. I'm here for that. Go Baker is Go Baker for a reason. Yeah, that's it. I'm happy she was on the show.
Cash?
Yeah, Go Baker does Go Baker things. We don't need to spend time on it. It's always going to be platinum. Not even gold, just platinum. The not Matt Hardy, Lio Rush angle, that's cool. I'm curious to see where it's going to go. I don't know if either of these guys are who I would throw Lio in with. I would have had him maybe buy out the Matt Hardy family office and try to liberate some of these guys, but we'll see. I'm not going to knock it yet. Let's see what happens. I like Lio Rush as a speaker and as a performer.
We got a bunch of people saying that they thought it was Retribution. Nick Jackson saying AEW with a huge sighting. They got the Masked Man from SmackDown versus Raw 2009. EBB saying Survivor Series 2009 was my first video game. A lot of fun. Remember those Masked Man? And he also says Kenny Bolin better not pop out of nowhere to cut a promo if I donate. No, you can donate. Kenny Bolin will not tell you to go fuck yourself like he did yesterday. Don't worry, EBB. You're safe. You're safe here. Yeah, Kenny Bolin was full of fucks and he was having fun. But finally we get to the main event of Dynamite this week, which was the casino ladder match. It would be 7 men, including a Joker card, to decide who would get a shot at the AEW World Championship. The participants, we started off with a renewal of a rivalry between Orange Cassidy and Pac, one of the better underrated AEW matches that we've seen over the last 2 years that they've been in existence.
Jesus.
Yes. And then Andrade came out firing in this one. Yeah, I love that ever since the Pac match, Andrade has just had a little more oomph in his stuff, and he came out with a sunset flip powerbomb off a ladder almost immediately. Next up was Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy went after Orange Cassidy, of course. During the commercial break, Lance Archer came out and he was wrecking fools. Then we had John Moxley come through the crowd for Wild Thing. He got attacked by Lance Archer in the crowd. They fought through the crowd back around ringside, and then finally It was time to bring home our favorite cowboy, and it was time for some cowboy shit as Hangman Page was the Joker card. And my Lord Almighty, what a pop that this man received from the Philadelphia crowd. If anybody was worried that, oh, they got Danielson, they got Cole, they got Punk, they're going to forget about Hangman. Nope, the crowd will not allow that to happen. And he came in firing, laying out everybody. Buckshot lariat to Lance Archer. One of the spots of the year on Pac with the dead eye off of a ladder through a table after Pac pushed Andrade down on a ladder bridge. We have Matt Hardy lay out Orange Cassidy with a lay drop off a ladder on the outside. So pretty much everyone was down except for Moxley and John Moxley and Hangman Page. They fought on the top of the ladder. Moxley got a couple of punches in, but Hangman punched him off of the ladder, and he got the victory. He got the poker chip to win the casino ladder match, and he now has a guarantee shot at the AEW World Championship. I thought that this was a great main event. It was full of spots. Probably one of my favorite ladder matches in AEW history, probably behind Escalera de la Muerte. I thought that this was much better than the casino ladder match that we saw at Double or Nothing last year. What did you think about this main event here, Cash?
My man. Look at that crowd, goddammit. The last supper of nut busting.
So I admittedly could not have enjoyed this match as much as I possibly could have on a first viewing. I'm going to need to come back to it at some point. Disappointed, my personal feeling, for a few reasons. One, Pac was never around. We're gonna risk his head. Didn't he just have a concussion? But we're gonna risk his head with that spot off the ladder.
That was scary. That was scary.
People enjoy watching Pac.
Who's we're gonna risk?
Oh, Dummy Khan.
Pac, he doesn't call the spots. Pac's a grown ass man. He's fucking professional.
Yeah, and you could say no. As his boss. But yeah, so we're gonna risk Pac, but also we built this Joker thing as a new surprise mystery guy coming in.
They didn't say new or anything like that.
Don't bother. We've had this conversation 3 times.
I know.
Don't bother.
They've never said new, but it's always been new.
I mean, not always. No, not always. Hangman was actually the first ever Joker card at Double or Nothing 2019.
Which leads to my second problem. He's already been a Joker. Why is he a Joker again? Are we going to build this into his character?
Because this was the second anniversary show, so you kind of paid off on something from your first show?
No, it's...
I didn't say that, for sure.
We've already been there and done that. Plus, we've already seen Omega and Hangman for eons at this point.
We saw them once fight. What are you even talking about?
We've been dealing with this chase from Hangman to Omega for the belt.
That's the point.
No, it's been forever. It's been too long. We've missed the boat. We've signed much better people since then into the company. It's over. I cannot wait to see Hangman fail again.
We'll just put some money on that.
Another $5.
You already lost your money on this one, stupid. Tell him who you thought it was going to be as a Joker. Tell him who you thought it was going to be. Say it to the rest of the people out there. Look in the fucking camera and say who you thought it was going to be. Go ahead. It's not Hangman. It's not Dragon. Who is it?
I thought it was going to be Bronson Reed.
What? Wait, say that again? Say that again?
I thought it was going to be Bronson Reed as a Joker. Or Buddy Murphy, but I thought it was going to be Bronson Reed.
Buddy Murphy would have been all right, but
Absolutely.
this dude really said Bronson Reed with a straight face.
Punk,
Jimmy.
Cole, Mason, and Bronson Reed. Absolutely. Enough of this nonsense. I'm so
Jimmy, what did you think?
It was a fantastic match. I told you Hangman was coming out because it's either Hangman or if the match is going to be at Full Gear, none of these other 6 guys can win this fucking match. They just can't. That's not big enough to head on a view. Therefore, it's got to be the Joker. Therefore, Joker has to be somebody we want to see. It's either Dragon or it's Hangman. It's Hangman. What are we talking about here? It's always somebody new. Always? It's been 12 seconds. What do you mean always?
Hey, don't put this on Jimmy. It's the guy who don't like wrestling on the couch today.
Jesus fucking Christ. Simpsons 17. I'm mad at everybody today. I'm mad at everybody. Everybody can get it. Hangman is the right guy to win this match. He came out like it's too late. What do you mean? He's the most over motherfucker there. They were booing John Moxley because it's Hangman, and they're gonna pop huge when he beats Omega. This is the first of all golf clap worthy. Can you imagine all this build-up? Jacob Bronson Reed. Oh. What?
He couldn't even say Jonah Rock. He couldn't even go by his new name. He had to go by the WWE name.
Like Jonah Rock, I know it's Bronson Reed. And to be fair, I think we're sleeping on Bronson Reed. He's pretty damn good in the ring.
Yeah.
He is, but he ain't Hangman Page, and the people don't love him like Hangman Page. But
blind love.
That brings us to a close on Dynamite and Rampage. We could put our thumbs in the middle for the AEW Dynamite 2nd anniversary. Thumbs up or thumbs down in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs in the middle, 2 thumbs up. Thumbs up wins. Out of 10, what did you give this episode, Cash?
I don't know, 7.
That is not a thumbs in the middle. Literally, thumbs in the middle is 5 and 5.5. You can even get away with a 6 out of 10 and say thumbs in the middle. But how do you give a 7 and say it's a thumbs in the middle show?
Because it's up or middle. We didn't say we could go diagonal.
I'm done with you. Jimmy.
Than it is up.
Jimmy, out of 10, what did you give it?
7.5. I like the show.
I gave it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a really strong show, a lot of fun, bookmarked by 2 great matches, and the Hangman Page return is the biggest thing on the show. I'm just so happy for Hangman. I'm happy being wrong. See, I'm not like Cash. I did think that it was going to be Buddy Murphy because I thought it would be a debut. I thought that they would save the Hangman big title change for the first episode on TBS, but I'm totally fine. 1 year in the making from Full Gear when Hangman lost to Kenny in the World Title Eliminator tournament. He gets his shot against Kenny, and hopefully he gets the victory at Full Gear. And hopefully I'll be there to see it because I want to see Hangman finally get his big moment. So
it's happening. It's over. Book it.
Can't wait for him to fail again.
You speak way too much confidence, Bronson Reed. 2 years, Bronson Cash. Shut up.
2 years in the making.
Jimmy, match of the night?
8-man tag match. That was the other fucking match.
I agree with you there, Cash.
Same.
MVP, I'm going with Hangman Page. Jimmy?
Serena Deeb.
Fair. Cash?
Yeah, I think Serena Deeb. I think that's fair.
Yes, Nick. Hey, bro, we saw them have one match. What do you mean? Hangman is the chosen one to unseat Kenny. Fuck out of here.
Chosen one, Adam Page.
He was. I don't think he still is.
LVP, Cash.
Hangman Page.
You're ridiculous. Jimmy.
Agreed.
The Simpsons says, I love Jimmy, been subbed to him since the Lost Day. See,
I apologize for you a dope, sir. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about somebody else. What are you talking about? Yeah, maybe. Shit. Lambert.
Man, this is tough. I'm gonna go with Matt Hardy because he didn't need to be in that casino ladder match.
It goes to Tony Khan. Why haven't we done Orange Cassidy and Matt Hardy yet?
Yeah, just get it over it, please. Just get it over it.
At all. Like, I appreciate we finally cut Jack Evans' hair, so that's the only bright spot so far. But can we not just do this at all?
What's personal money for?
He looks like a bum. He looks like I want to give him $1.
All right, so that brings us to a close on our AEW Dynamite 2nd anniversary and AEW Rampage reviews for October 6th and October 8th this week. So thank you guys for joining me. Cash, please let the people know where they can find you on social media, sir.
Yeah, you can go follow me on Instagram at RealColeCash. And when I get enough subscribers, you could do that too, but I prefer at RealColeCash because if we get enough subscribers, I'll start uploading some shit.
That's not.
There you go. Sorry, I have to update that. Jimmy, where can they find you?
He wasn't informed, so it's okay.
At Jimmy Macram on Instagram and Twitter, where I am just annoyed with everything everything these days. I can't tell you what's going on.
Not just on Twitter.
Not just on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. Not just on Twitter. EBB, we actually did answer that earlier. Me and Jimmy said Brian versus Cole, while Cash, who do you say in the tournament finals?
I said I wanted to see him versus Phoenix, but I said in the tournament I see him versus Cole, and Cole winning is a means of kicking out Omega.
There you go. And we got some LVPs for Sheeta, LVP for Lambert from EBB. The Simpsons says, did I miss a reason why Matt cares about Cassidy's hair? It's so strange. Totally agree with you. I don't know.
There was not a reason.
We watch the show and we review it every week, The Simpsons 17, and we don't even know. And
I watched the YouTube show. I still didn't get a reason.
And finally, we got Frantic World saying this was a good live stream, guys. See you on the next one. The next one will be next Sunday as we review Saturday Night Dynamite and AEW Rampage. So join us live for that. And you can follow me on the Twitter machine at True Heel SP3. You can follow the gang on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at True Heel Heat. And of course, go out of your way to check out True Heel Heat 146 with the only Kenny Bolin. We talked about all of professional wrestling from his career. We also talked about the big stories of the week, like Tessa Blanchard in WoW. We also talked about Hangman Page. I thought you were saying something to me. Hangman Page return on Dynamite. We also talked about Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns plans, and we gave a little bit of a preview for GCW Fight Club with Nick Gage versus Jon Moxley. So check that out. It's on the YouTube channel right now. And of course, you could see us here next week, next Sunday, right here on the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. So for Marcus Cash, for Jimmy Macram, it is me, your True Heel Phenom SP3. This has been AEW AEWramble. Yee-ha-ha. We are signing off until next time.
It's my favorite thumbnail, I think.
I think so too.
That looks clean.